Hey, this is Reverend Will, the senior minister of First Christian in Fulton, Missouri, and it's about that time that we have our midweek devotion every week, about 11 o'clock on Wednesdays. We gather here and stop what we're doing to focus on a little bit more of the spiritual matters of life, the things that matter both in work and out of work, in life and out of life. So I'm just going to get right into it. Maybe you've heard the phrase, I'm guessing you've heard the phrase before, God won't give you more than you can handle. It's a saying that's pretty ubiquitous in some Christian circles, and I think it is said to try and pump someone up going through a rough patch or a particularly difficult situation. People say it because they want to give some encouragement. It's meant to instill some confidence, not only in God, but in the person. Marriage suddenly on the rocks. God won't give you more than you can handle. Kids start acting out in more and more destructive ways. God won't give you more than you can handle. The car breaks down and you don't think you have the money to fix it. God won't give you more than you can handle. It's said in any number of different ways. The problem is that the saying isn't particularly biblical. Like, God helps those who help themselves. You won't find it anywhere in the good book. It just sounds like it should be in there, but it's not. The closest thing I can think of scripturally is from 1 Corinthians 10:13, where Paul wrote, no temptation has seized you that isn't common for people, but God is faithful. He won't allow you to be tempted beyond your abilities. Instead, with the temptation, God will also supply a way out so that you will be able to endure it. Now, Paul isn't talking here about the trials we face day in and day out that test our patience and our resolve or our stress levels. Instead, he's providing confidence for a people beset by the temptation of idolatry, where we substitute something for God by making it the most important thing in their life. Paul knows everyone is tempted to do it. Everyone's tempted to do this. We substitute God with all number of different things, security or citizenship or family or political party or comfort or wealth or fun experiences or whatever. We make those the telos or goal of our life, the enduring framework by which we live. And Paul is warning Christians of this reality while at the same time reminding them that God is faithful to them, giving them a way to resist this idolatrous temptation, God's faithfulness to us. It's a closed loop circle. But this idea is a far cry from that phrase, God won't give you more than you can handle. That maudlin saying centers on humanity, not God. It's less about what God does for us and more about what we can do for ourselves. It's about what we can handle, not about what God can or will do for us. So instead, I think we should look somewhere else for some encouragement. Maybe at Matthew 11:28 through 30. It can be our guide when when life feels overwhelming. Jesus says, come to me, all you who are struggling hard and carrying heavy loads, and I will give you rest. Put on my yoke and learn from me. I'm gentle and humble, and you will find rest for yourselves. My yoke is easy to bear, and my burden is light. Cast your tears and your fears on Jesus because he will provide rest. In him and his good news, you will find respite for your soul. His yoke isn't like the ones hoisted upon us from the world because he has taken the burden of it on himself. So if you find God won't give you more than you can handle is about to leave your mouth, maybe swallow your tongue for a second and pull out that Bible app on your phone. Share with whomever you're speaking to, even if it's yourself, this good news. Come to me, all you who are struggling hard and carrying heavy loads, and I will give you rest. I think it's good news we all need to hear. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you heard a word of grace in a very ungraceful world. If you like what you heard, please like or share it with someone who you think needs to hear this good news of rest. And if you're in the area, join us for worship at 10:30 on Sunday mornings in Fulton, or you can join us here on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. We stream all of our worship services. But if we don't see you, my benediction is the same as always. God be with you.